It's been a busy day. Oh my god. I ain't even filmed much at all. I didn't film at all. We're filming a lot on tomorrow, guys. Okay, I usually don't film like this, but I feel bad because let me look at the actual camera. Holy crap! But anyway, I didn't film at all today because it's kind of hectic. I don't know. This is better than the other BLERDCons I've been to. I've been to BLERDCon 2024 and 2025, and this is my 3rd year at BLERDCon. And so far today was kind of crazy. Like I didn't show you guys. I should have showed you my hat making process, like prepping for it. But I made 8 hats. I'm sorry if you hear Yuri is like throwing a tantrum as usual. Yuri, you can't go outside. Okay, anyway, sorry. So I made 8 hats this past weekend, and then I made 3 more that look like this, right? And I thought, you know, that's decent amount. I thought I did really good, right? Tell me why almost all the hats that I made are gone. Like I saw at least 9 or 10 hats today, and it's Friday. Holy crap! I'm gonna have to I'm probably not gonna sleep much today or tonight because I had to make so much. The hats I made, they were all showing like a YouTube short, but I made like some Kirby hats. I made a frog hat, I made a capybara hat, like Luigi, and I did pick up some yarn from Premier Basic. But anyway, yeah, I got some yarn. I'm just gonna be crocheting tonight. I got Chipotle for dinner, so I'm gonna eat. Or shower, eat, crochet. I'm gonna fix a hat that I had. Let me actually get the hat. How do vloggers freaking do this? So it's this hat here. And it's like freaking huge. Like, I don't know why the fudge. Let me go back in my room with the nice lighting. Like I don't know why the heck I decided to make this so freaking huge, but I'm gonna undo it and then remove a row and then just go down. This will be done pretty quickly. I also remembered that I did a checkered print hat that's like Tanjiro vibes. That's almost done. I could finish this because I have the yarn from Premier Basics to finish this. So that's 2 hats there. That's pretty quick. I'm gonna try to do Kirby because Kirby was popular and went pretty fast. I'm gonna show the camera. Now you're exposed. Yuri, why? Every time I pull up this camera, you want to cry. Yuri, why? Yuri, why? Okay, and we're off with that, guys. I'll tell you where I end at the end of the night. Also, I want to show the badge of BLERDCon that we got this year. I think it's pretty cute. I wish they would put the times and stuff on the back of it. I see a QR code that might have the information, but I'd rather just actually have the times and vendor hall and crap. But I also added my badge ribbon. I had to give them out today. Let me go get to work and stop vlogging. I get to the camera. Okay, guys, bye.
Just use me as litter. You know? Yes! Oh, baby, don't recycle me.
Okay, bestsellers of today has to be. He got attention. Luigi did get attention, right? Yeah. Let's do an assessment of like at least the top part. Luigi got attention. The girl hat got attention, but they can't see the ears, so we'll probably fix that tomorrow. Oh, yeah. That's probably why she was like, "What is it?" Like it looks similar, but it's like, yeah. Or maybe it's just because it's underneath the mushroom hat. Yeah. I think so too. Yeah, we put this one. Yeah. We could do that. And then I'm gonna make some more, so whatever. And then what the heck is her? But I'm happy she got a big one of hers sold.
Pretty durable.
I'm happy he sold because they're newer, right? I'm sad about the totes. They just love the Hunter X Hunter. Hunter X is dominant. But I have one back there, so I'll just lift and be like, sticker last one, almost gone. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna probably do for it. This shadow still annoys the heck out of me. Yeah, but I can't do anything about it. You know. But yeah, I think I like the sign. I think it's pretty big. Like before, it was like way smaller, so it looked kind of like eh. But I think it's cute. But I think I do want to try like the grid cubes again. You know, just to see, cause I have so much of them, and then but I have to vinyl wrap them so they look really good. You know, cause don't they look better like when they're like colored or you know? That's like character. Okay, final freaking thing. Holy crap! Bestseller. Mob. Anya's gone. Chopper does well always. Anxiety always does really good. Are you ducking me? Did pretty good. Kaiser, I have like only a few left of. Star today. 3 days later. Quattro. And then Isagi did really good. Where did I stopped here, right? Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. We're done. We're going now. We're packing up. Okay, y'all, I'm doing another recap. Hello, I'm Cindy, the owner of a small business called Cineco. So this is the recap for BLERDCON. So BLERDCON is a 3-day convention in Arlington, Virginia. I think it's in the Hyatt Regency. I don't think it is. It is in the Hyatt Regency. This is actually my 3rd year of getting into BLERDCON. Previously, I was in the Independence Hall, and this year I was in the Potomac Hall. And because of that, because the Independence Hall is like the main one where the dealers are, and Potomac is like on the lower level where like all the gaming stuff is and etc. I thought I was screwed. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I'm gonna make like half as much. No one's gonna know where we're at. This is gonna suck. But surprisingly, it was really good. like I was worried for really nothing, honestly. And I actually liked it better because the ceilings in Potomac were way higher than that of Independence. Like Independence has light fixtures, right? And the lighting is kind of dim as well. So that if you're building up a display and you have a tall display, you're more likely to hit the fixtures and hit the ceiling or hit your cap really quickly, right? But with Potomac, I didn't have that issue, thank gosh. So I was very happy about that. But to be honest, I did have a bit of an issue because they had an indent of the ceiling, and like I was like on the corner of my booth was like under the indent, so I couldn't make it up as high as I wanted to, but that's another thing. Also, I wanted to mention this for Artist Alley peeps with like the clamp display. The tables at BLERDCON are very slanted. It makes it feel like your clamp is gonna fall because it just looks like it just leans forward. I think mine leaned more like really forward, and it made me so nervous that I was gonna like fall down on someone or on everything, and everything was just get scattered and messed up. But it lasted throughout the weekend, but it's just the table's kind of off. But yeah, just keep that in mind, right? I knew from previous years what does really well, and for me that is my crochet hats and my crochet goods. They move very fast, quickly, and I move a lot of them, right? So I knew I had to crochet a lot of them, but before the convention. But the problem was I was sick for 2 weeks, so I had no energy to crochet. Like the last week before I did most of the hats that I had there, which was really a struggle. So like if you do crochet good handmade goods, like make a lot of it for BLERDCON. They love that ish. They freaking eat it up. They eat it up, okay? Yeah, first day it was like it felt so like I was just making a lot of transactions. I was like hit. From before I even started, I made a transaction. I was like, whoa, what the heck? It just threw me off. And I had my friend as a helper this time, which was really nice. I never really have helpers because I feel so bad that they had to sit here with me for like 8 hours plus, just sitting behind a booth, not even enjoying the convention and stuff. Like I'm sorry. So I just never invite people to help me. Yeah, Friday was great. I sold out of some things. I think a Kirby. I was making stuff. I was crocheting stuff at the convention and when I got home as well, but I still couldn't keep up with the demand, which was crazy. So Friday I did really good. Sold a bunch of hats, sold a bunch of stickers, sold a good amount of prints, right? Came back Saturday, made a few more hats. They sold immediately after I put them up. They sold so freaking quickly. Friday was like less transactions but big transactions, like bigger. People were spending more but less transactions, right? Saturday was more transactions, people were spending less. Saturday did beat out my Friday. Sometimes my Friday beats out my Saturday because I just run out of stock, but this time Saturday beat out my Friday. And then Sunday was pretty good too, but like I was out of a lot of things. It was definitely slower than Friday and Saturday, but overall I was like pretty happy because this con is very local to me, you know? Like my expenses were, I'll put it on the screen above, like all I had to pay was like parking. I think it was like $46 for the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then table fee, which went up from last year by quite a bit. I'm watching BLERDCon. Food. And then gas. So those are the expenses that I had. Luckily, I'm not that far. I'm like 40 minutes from the convention. It's never really that hard to get there and find parking, at least in the garage that I use, which is the PMI one that's right next to the convention. So that was never really an issue. The food I ate was really good though, you know. Go to Boru Ramen. If y'all in BLERDCon, like y'all going to BLERDCon and y'all want some ramen, go to Boru Ramen in Arlington. That is just very freaking good. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. But yeah, BLERDCon was another great year for BLERDCon. I've been on like an upward slope. Like the first year I was like, wow, this is great. Second year I was like, oh, I beat my other year because I was scared like the economy's going down. I was like, no one's gonna buy it. But like it actually did better than the first year, or first year. Second year did better than the first year, and then my third year did better than both of them by like a pretty good margin. I would say I would have definitely made more if I wasn't sick and I was able to make more hats. I would have definitely made more money, and I could have possibly broke my record from NecoCon. So hearing that is just awesome. Especially being put in a lower level floor from the main artist alley in Independence. Like, it was great. It was great. And I think what actually helps with that is like how big the artist alley at BLERDCon is. It's not a huge artist alley. Like the room we were in, I want to say they had like maybe like 20 or so, 20, 30, 40 vendors in that room. And then maybe similarly in Independence, I probably got the number way off. But like anyway, you just know that like for the attendee size, there's not that, the attendees to vendor ratio was pretty good. So I think that's why it was a very good con, you know. I don't think they should ever like add way more tables than usual. Like I don't think they should try to add any more tables unless they like expand the space or to get more of attendance or people coming. I think the attendee to vendor ratio was pretty great. So is there anything I think that BLERDCon can improve on? Okay, I thought about it for like a few minutes. I was like, what the fudge could they improve on? I think like I'm not sure if they do have this, but I feel like, oh yeah. So I wanted to get a helper badge with my, like pay for my table and get a helper badge at the same time, but I had to pay for a regular badge and then show them the QR code when I checked in to get my helper's badge. I think they should have that option where you can buy a helper's badge with your table and just have it in like one transaction instead of two separate ones. I think that would be really good. And I'm also not sure if they have like a hotel block or like a savings thing for people that are vending or coming to Arlington to go to BLERDCon. I think that would be nice as well, like some sort of discount code. Maybe for parking, like vendors get a discounted parking pass or in the nearby garages. That would be kind of cool to have a partnership like that as well. But one thing I have like a complaint about is like in the Potomac room, the ventilation was very bad. Like when there were a lot of people there, it was like hard to breathe a little bit and like very stuffy, I would say. So if they could turn the AC on and keep it on, I think it would be very freaking good. So anyway, this is my recap for BLERDCon 2026. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Seneco, and then I'll see you in my next Artist Alley vlog, which will be for Anime Boston. Anyway, see you later. Bye.